Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Let's Play. I am your host, MeleeWizard, and in my Sega Genesis system debut, I am going to be playing Tails Adventures for the Game Gear. Now, the basic story behind this game is, after their last adventure, Sonic and Tails decided to go their separate ways, and Tails discovered this island here out in the middle of nowhere and promptly named it after himself. So he's resting up, generally enjoying his vacation, working on pet projects and such, when the island is invaded. Yeah, they decide to show up and trash the place. So yeah. And meanwhile, Tails runs wondering what the heck is going on. And then we find out just who exactly is torching the place. Yep, it's an army of ducks. I don't know why it's ducks. I don't know why would ducks be invading the place. Maybe they thought it was a good place to nest. Maybe they heard tales or stories, if you will, of a flying fox and thought he was a threat to their airspace. I don't know. Anyway, they're a threat and must be disposed of. But before going into Poloi Forest, good. Go ahead and enter Tails' house, which I wonder how long it took him to build this. Being a mechanic, it probably wouldn't take too long. First, we go to the equip station, where we can equip our 4 items, though we don't have much right now. And you know a game is going to be interesting when you start off with bombs. That's all I gotta say. So, head off to the dock, where there's nothing there at the moment. And going to continue, and you can see your password, or enter in a new password if you see fit. So, with that, let's head off into Poloi Forest, where we see it is now ablaze, and take care of this duck menace. And you see up in the corner, we have 10 rings right now, and that is basically our life counter. And you don't lose all of your rings when you get hit, but if you go down to 0, you're instantly done. So that's really not a good thing to have happen. But as we've seen, enemies sometimes drop rings. So here we have a rock, but before moving that, we have this bit of thick grass that our bombs can't blast through right now. And if you pause the game, you can toggle through the 4 items you have equipped. And also, if you hit up and jump, you can fly, like in any other game that he's a part of. But as you saw there, our flight gauge is rather weak right now, but that'll get better as the game goes on. We're just exploring the carved out trees, and I'm just wondering how much of this was like this before Tails got here. Because he couldn't have done all of this. Oh, almost. And yeah, you might have seen those leaves. That's basically an indicator of wind, which can hamper your either help or hinder your flight abilities. And what was over here? Nothing. Okay, just a way back. And go push this spring over here. Since we can't, it's a bit high up and we can't fly all the way up there just yet. And okay, moving on to the next area. Still in Poloi Forest. And we have some duck sentries. And there we have some collapsing bridges. Lovely, and those spikes take a good chunk out of your hit points, so. And I would suggest not flying through here because the wind, yeah, the wind can be quite menacing. And yep, there we are. That took 4 rings out. And there we have some more thick grass that we can't do anything about right now. And there's a little passageway that we can't go in either, so we're still in the first area, and we've already seen a lot of places that we can't go to yet. Go ahead and jump through here and grab onto the ledge, thank goodness. And head on over this way, and that blue thing there, that is an item. We can't get that just yet, but we'll be coming back to that later. And for the record, I am going to be getting 100% completion on this, so finding every item and looking for as many secrets as I can remember. And come on, I want more rings, but that's going to be a moot point in a moment. But here we have a red Chaos Emerald. And it's red because that's the letter R there. And as you saw, it increased our ring capacity, and it also extended our flight gauge. Though that at the moment that doesn't really mean very much, so. There we go. There it's more apparent. And there we have our lovely, lovely boss music. And hey, there's the guy we saw in the intro. So go ahead and make that guy explode. Oh, okay, and then he jumps. Lovely. And yep, get out of his way. And there we go. We've beaten him. And here we have perhaps one of the most important items in the game, the remote robot. So, since we had empty slots, it's already equipped here, so... What? What do you mean I can't use it right now? Oh well. I'm gonna be using it in the next area, the Volcanic Tunnel. So it'll be a good display of the... there we go. Now we have a little robot fox thing, and it also, if you press the attack button, it'll just go back to Tails, and it can become a helicopter, which I think is pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and switch back to my bombs. And there we have a mouse enemy there. Isn't that lovely? And bats. Because goodness knows, bats are always fun in video games. They're... dang it. And when you're in flight, you can just drop bombs on people, which is very cool. And there we have a hammer. Hammer's a very cool thing. It's very handy against these bats because it gives you a bit... it allows you to attack whatever's above you. And in some cases it might be faster than using bombs when going through barricades and such. And there is actually momentum in here too, so if you're flying forward, you can... when you drop a bomb, it can go forward along with it, and these little containers here, they always contain rings, so it's a good spot to heal up if you need to. And... dang it! I might be needing them soon. Go ahead and bomb some more areas here. Go ahead and take care of these guys, and there's some protobos jumping through there. And fire. And dang it. Well, I guess when you're falling like that, you can't use the hammer, but I'm going to use the bomb on that so I can get more rings back. Drop the bomb on the mouse. And... hey, dang it. Alright, and here is where we need the remote robot. Go ahead and go through here, and none of the enemies here will attack this thing. And that's a very cool feature. And there we have the remote bomb. So, the bomb is heavier, it doesn't travel as far on flight, but it does just roll around until you decide to detonate the thing, which can be handy in situations like that. there, it detonated on contact with the enemy, so nothing wrong with that. And where are we heading now? Oh, farther on in the tunnel here. And, okay, I have to be careful around these flame jets. And take care of these stupid bats. And here we have a passageway that we can't get through yet, and our bombs aren't strong enough for those. We'll just have to think about that for another time, and have a mole that we can take care of easily. And another spot for our remote bombs. And see if I can't time... Yep, there we go. It takes some good timing to take care of those. And, ooh, that was pretty close. Take care of that mouse. Yep, and your hit points don't restore when you leave an area. The only way you restore your hit points to full is when you get a Chaos Emerald or you go home. Go back to Tails' house. So it's always a good idea to pay attention so you don't die suddenly. And there we go. Ooh, close to the spikes there, and alright, that worked. Another collapsing bridge. And, oh, what's this? Ah, the green Chaos Emerald. Alright. We already have 2 Chaos Emeralds. That is very cool. And, as in most Sonic games, there are 6 of them in this game. And when you get them all, you'll have... you'll max out at 99 rings, and your flight gauge will be completely full. Ah. Let's see, what's over here? Just a couple bats and some ring boxes. Go ahead and take care of that little block right there. The chain or whatever it is, and you know what? Screw you. Stupid bat. Alright. And that is it for the Volcanic Tunnel. So not every area is going to have a boss in it, like the first one. So here we are at Poloi Mountain 1, but I'm going to save that for next time. So until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice day.